So tell me, like being a mom, being an entrepreneur, being a leader to your team, like how do you actually handle moments of like overwhelming situations? Because those roles that you hold right now and the responsibility that you have is very demanding. I'm very sure of that. So how do you handle all these self-doubts and overwhelming situations that you deal with?
Right. So I think it's quite a given. The minute you have all these roles in your life, right, as a mom, as an entrepreneur, as a leader, so all this self doubt and overwhelming feeling will creep in once a while. But over the years, I have learned on how to handle it, and I have gotten a perfect recipe on how to
Share with
handle
us the
it.
recipe
Right.
right now.
So very importantly is for you, you have to really treat self-doubt as normal. Is part and parcel of life, right? And when that happens, what I do is I usually just take a step back. I take a step back, and then I will reflect on all these accomplishments and progress that I've made so far, and then that will take me to this moment where I realize that in order for me to accomplish this or make that progress, that will require a set of skills or experience. Meaning, those are the kind of things that have brought me so far to where I am today, right? So, whatever self doubt that I had, whatever overwhelming feeling that I had a moment ago, would just be something that it's just one of the things that is, we feel all these emotions in life. We
Yeah.
feel joy, we feel sadness, we feel anger, right? So that self-doubt is just one of them.
It's a
So
human thing.
it's a human
Yeah.
thing. So it's like a whole piece of pizza. There are 8 slices of pizza,
Yeah.
right? So
One of
it's
them
just
is
one of
self-doubt.
the slices.
Yeah.
The one of the slices is self-doubt. So it's okay, there are 7 other slices, and you just go on and continue to show up, and then you treat it as a way, an opportunity for you to grow or improve. So I do that. It might happen again tomorrow. You repeat the same step, take a step back, and look at what you have accomplished and the progress that you have made so far. That really helps a lot.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing with us that recipe. So basically, it's self reflection,
Mm-hmm.
going through, taking a step back, breathe, and like
Correct.
reflect on what's happening,
Mm-hmm.
and then like pinpoints on all the things that we can improve better,
Yeah.
and we can sort of like gain another skill set that we are lacking of.
Correct.
Sometimes it's just like really like identifying the weakness that we have and sort
Yeah.
of like tackling it.
Correct. It's just like in my situation, I like to focus my energy on the good things. So instead of really focusing on that self doubt or the negative perception, my recipe is only focusing on the positive, the progress, the accomplishments, the skills, the experience I have brought you so far. So it will actually sort of dilute that negative feeling that you have with the self doubt.
Yeah.
And most of the time, self doubt is really you just want a slice. You've got 7 other slices.
Agree.
Yeah.
Growth mindset. I see that.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Growth mindset.
So now, what kind of support system do you rely on, like both personally and professionally, like on a daily basis?
Right. So I like to compartmentalize things. So there are 3 compartments in my life in terms of support. So I have learned to develop a network of support system. That's the only way I can stay being this highly functional person that I am. First of all is the family. So I rely really heavily on my family, especially my husband, even my kids. So as and when I need them, so they will actually play their roles in making me feel centered or complete in anything that I am facing in during that day. And secondly is the people at work. So it's crucial to actually have a team who is equipped with the right skills, who you have to hire people who are skillful enough, who are empowered enough to take on responsibilities, because if they are not doing what they are supposed to do, it's just going to make matters worse, right? Because you already have your own set of responsibilities. So I think it's super crucial to have the right team. So when they are the right people doing the right thing, the things that they're supposed to do, so they will actually be a very fundamental support system to you. And the third compartment would be a network of peers or like-minded people. So I've got a bunch of girlfriends who are women founders themselves. I've got mentors and all these people who actually come in and help to lift me up in my journey.
That is amazing community you have there.
I do have an amazing system.
Yeah, and how do you like sort of I know that you have a lot of playbooks and recipes for every single thing that you do. I can see that. But how do you like sort of select your especially your peers, right? Who you surround yourself with? Because I know that there's a saying called like they said that who you surround yourself with like determines who you are basically because like the five people that you spend most of your time with
Mm-hmm.
determines on your actions, your thoughts and your belief system, right?
Mm-hmm.
Got that from Tony Robbins, but yeah. So
Yeah.
how do you sort of like pick the right people to come into your life and your community?
Well, that's not easy, right, Yasmin? I think the thing about life is the thing about adulting is, you get to make mistakes,
Yeah.
and when you speaking about making mistakes, it can be in anything, but it can also be relevant in terms of picking the people that you want to allow into your life, right? So I've learned the hard ways. Presently, how I do it is really at the risk of sounding like I'm very selfish, but I think we have to be selfish because we are responsible for ourselves and our community of whether they are family and work people, right? I ensure that the people that I spend time with or surround myself with are going to benefit me in whatever manner they can. So it's quite transactional.
Yeah.
It's quite transactional. So I give them my time, my love, my care, my inspiration, and knowledge, and they do the same. Uh, it doesn't mean that they have to give me all those five. So person A might be able to benefit me in terms of family oriented stuff. So a family friend who have kids of the same age with my kids, and person B is actually a very successful female entrepreneur who can share the best practices with me, and so on and so forth. So I ensure that when I meet someone from the get-go, because we are an adult, we are old enough to have that conversation. Hey, are we in this to actually benefit each other? So I do that.
Audio Plus.